we live? I think we might be live. Not actually sure though. Yeah, okay. So, yes, hello. I'm not a streamer, I'm not even really a YouTuber, but I'm good at Limbus Company, so today we're looking at the newest content.
목표 위치로 돌격 중.
Yeah, Uptie for Honglu is forced. I do have something to get around that. But it might not work on the last boss. And we'll be skipping all the story today, because I assume you've all seen it, and I've already seen it.
이제부터 마주칠 후보자.
So yeah, for now I'm just going to not deploy Honglu. Then I'm not using an Uptie 4 identity. I guess technically I would have his support passive, so I just won't use an identity with ammo. At least I'll try not to.
라만 차렌들을 뒤엎는다.
Beginning of this will be very easy because these are just, I mean, look at their rolls, 2+1. I'm kind of expecting to not lose any fights until the final boss. That might be a bit ambitious of a goal, but nothing in this dungeon was very difficult, even for base centers. So that's a goal I have.
힘 조절이. 예쁘네, 네 피분수.
I did a lot of experimenting. Oh, is this cheating? I don't think this should be considered cheating. I could always just reset to checkpoint and do it again until somebody else passes the check. If you think this is cheating, fine, but I'm going to use it. Okay, you failed the check anyway, so we're still resetting. And you know what, I can set him to an ID that doesn't have a support passive that will be activated. No one uses burn. It's probably going to be a lot of resetting, but most of the time I won't have to redo fights. Since I'm obviously worried for the final boss, I'm going to be doing everything I can to prepare for it, which means maximizing the coins I get
이제부터 마주칠 그 말을 역으로
and every other gift I can find. I'll make sure to get someone up to maximum sanity this time.
착수.
내가 눈에 새겨주지. 엎드리도록. 벌써 끝나가는군. 힘들군. 그러니 알아서 잘 피해야지.
Does mean we'll have to stall out this fight slightly.
죄인인가?
엎드리도록.
된다. 사월을 건다.
내가 눈에 새겨주지.
Yeah, I'm sure most of you are only really interested in the final boss. It will be a few hours before we get there.
회원이고.
It's a pretty long dungeon, and Uptie 1 makes it even longer because we do no damage.
저기구나.
따뜻. 힘들군. 그러니 알아서 잘 피해야지. 맘.
Okay. We got sanity on Dawn. Hopefully she rolls high enough to pass this check. I didn't actually look. She doesn't. Okay. Well, again, I'm going to do this. Okay, you know,
어쩐지 텁텁하더라니.
does anyone remember what this even gives you? Is it coins? Or does it just open up the path?
바라본다. 죄인인가?
Alright, is that where you get the card? I think that's where you get the card. I know that's really early. I kind of need that. Because I need my sand. Ah, this is going to take forever. I have to restart again. I'm crazy? No, I just like to prove that things are possible. This game is too easy normally. Here, you know what? This time I'll do both of the fights, and then if I fail to check again, I won't have to redo any fights to try it.
죽음 충동 억제. 관념 봉인. 죄인인가?
꿰뚫리고 맘
거기구나. 당해야 고통.
You know, whether you're at Uptie 1 or Uptie 4, Priest Gregor will still stagger on turn 2 every single fight.
벌써 끝나가네.
된다면
따뜻한
사월을 건다. 아직 모자라.
너희의 무기로 이 혈투를 승리로 이끌겠다.
된다면 사월을 건다.
아류탄초 경혈력 쏟아내
살을 베어내고 뼈를 깎는다.
So we'll go ahead and do this fight
착수.
this time. That way we can use the checkpoint. I was hoping to like save this fight and get it after the checkpoint and enter the first boss with sanity, but I don't think the first boss will be problematic enough where I have to do that.
그쪽도 죄인인가?
I will be doing that sort of thing later though, especially on the second floor. Because some of the bosses there could be a problem if I started with 0 sanity.
내가 눈에 새겨줄
So, I'm not going to be allowed to use Honglu at all in this dungeon if I'm able to avoid it, because he gets forcefully uptied. The rule I've set for this challenge is that I cannot use him unless he is a forced member of the team. And even when he's a forced member of the team, I'm going to kill him,
한바탕 해볼까?
send him in solo, have him die, and then just do it with the other 11. So, ideally I won't use Ting Ting Honglu at all, if things go well. So now, we'll win this 50-50, I'm sure, yeah, now that there's no
되냐?
problem.
저격수한테 이런 거 시키지 좀 마라.
Okay. So, first boss, Honglu's a fixed member here, so I'm going to send him in alone and see if he revives. If this is like the other dungeons, he won't, and then I can just do the fight without him, even though he's technically a fixed member.
부드럽게 따뜻한 차가 마시고 싶어요.
Now we don't have to use anything above Uptie 1. No, okay, he actually revives here. So that changes things a little bit. I'm actually going to be forced to use him. So, okay, in that case, when I am forced to use them, I'm allowed to use them to the best of their ability, as long as they don't do damage. And so, although bringing K-Corp would be a little funny, he'll just die on turn 4. Sure, let's do that for now. Yeah, I'm going to have him just target a defensive skill every turn and do nothing. Okay.
적출직이 원래 이런.
We'll see. I'm honestly quite surprised that he revives here, though. Canto 5 and 7 dungeon, or I guess 7 couldn't do it, but Canto 4 and 5 don't do that until the final boss. There we go.
금방이죠.
Sure, I'm not really thinking too much about my team setup here. If we actually start losing, then I might change things. So yeah, I'm just going to get Honglu killed on turn 4. That's my compromise.
내가 눈에 새겨주지.
That's unfortunate to give that guy sanity. Having a bad enough turn 1 that we might lose, but I do have 11 usable health bars.
고귀하게. 엎드리도록.
This turn went quite well. Looks like we're winning all our clashes. But yes, at the end of this dungeon, we should see Hong lose 0 damage dealt. That's the goal. Can't really do too much about this hitting Rudia, so I guess I'll ignore it.
내가 눈에 새겨주지. 따뜻한 엎드리도록.
It's a lot of rupture.
힘 조절이
I don't really have anyone that's good at tanking Slash here. I guess
문제라도 있는
Molar Otis would do okay, but she's too slow. If he gets 2 heads, that would just outroll my evade. I mean, that's not going to kill Ryoshu. It's just going to hurt. This turn is not great for me. That's for sure.
한바탕 해볼까? 너희의 무기로.
So this is Honglee's last turn alive. He's only here because he has to be.
그 만찬에 집중해.
Tails rolls lets that guy live. It's honestly not even a bad thing though, since he has 2 health and 2 bleed. Oh yeah, that's a turn start, so I don't get my new unit until next turn. Okay, so Rudia is 100% dead. That means I can just let everything hit her.
한바탕 해볼까? 맘. 침대 끝나는 걸까? 너희의 무기로 이 혈투를 승리로 이끌. 위험인물 발견. 아류 찬초 경연 육수 찢겨라.
Never actually seen this guy get so much charge. Even base centers, I think, had killed him by now. He got all headsrolls there to kill her. That was unlucky. Okay.
너희의 목숨 이 혈투의 승리로 이끌.
You use this move quite a bit, huh? Kind of have to just hit him and hope he dies before I die.
위험인물 발견. 제압해.
That should be the case considering I have, you know,
아류 찬초
5 more
경연
backup centers, 4 more backup centers, something like that. And winning this clash is huge. Cool. Even though he still did 100 damage to me with unbreakable coins. So I can trade Yisong's life for Ryoshu's if I want to. Probably a good idea. And then I can ignore that, it won't kill him. And I can ignore that. Or I can clash it. I'll go ahead and clash it. Everyone else just hit his counter.
내가 주게.
대만찬에 집중해.
작은 나비의 날개라도 이곳을 벗어날 수 있었을지.
내가 눈에 새겨주지.
Is that 10 damage up? I think that is. This guy kind of scales like crazy if you actually let him live. But he staggers now, and so he's as good as dead. Ishmael with 6 tails in a row on 23 sanity.
너희의 목숨 이 혈투의 승리로 이끌. 내가 눈에 새겨줄 피가 뚫리고. 너희의 목숨 이 혈투의 승리로 이끌. 가족을 위해 찢겨라.
I don't get why Dawn lives sometimes.
맘
I swear it's like a bug with her passive. Because she should not have immortality for any reason.
있는 동전들을 남김.
She's supposed to not be able to die from bleed damage. But I've had her live multiple times in situations like that.
내가
I'm gonna remember to do this now. Fire Fist Gregor is very good at Uptie 1. And yeah, I think we're gonna stay with the just K-Corp Honglu kills himself when I'm not allowed to kill him off myself, or just not use him. I don't even think it's possible for my team to activate his passive. I don't think I can do a 4 Gluttony Resonance, so... Alright. Is this the easiest fight in the entire game? 3 versus 7? Except it's kind of even 3 versus 12. Getting like no sanity.
언제까지 버티나 보자고. 불타버렸나?
Okay, I'm trying to remember what these events are. I think this is the one where I give away the card. And so that one I can do whenever. I don't need to do a checkpoint right before it.
깔끔한 헤드샷. 머리통이 작살났다고.
따뜻한 엎드리도록.
I wonder how far you could get in this game using only launch IDs at Uptie 1. Because I'm like 95% sure you couldn't beat Canto 7, but could you even get that far is the question. You probably lose to 634. I feel like that would be the wall.
그러니 알아서 잘 피해야지.
Maybe even Ricardo, actually. I was thinking, like, oh, people have beaten him base sinners, but you couldn't do that. Yes, hand over the entry card. And then I want to go this way. Lost that clash.
내가 눈에 새겨주지.
사격해서
잡아버렸나?
이번에 내 피분수?
검 끝을 바라본다.
내가 눈에 새겨주지. 내가 눈에 새겨주지. 고귀하게 힘들고 그러니 알아서 잘 피해야지. 추잡하네. 추잡하네. 가족을 위해 힘들군. 그러니 알아서 잘 피해야지. 벌써 끝나가는.
된다. 4월을
맘
먼저 빠진다.
Okay, there's the checkpoint. Now we can actually go do these events. Cool, we won that one first try.
잠깐만 천천히. 한바탕 해볼까? 엎드리도록.
I didn't realize just how many fights were in this section of the dungeon. Just a lot of really easy, kind of nothing fights, and there isn't even much story in between. I guess it's just a chance to build up more coins. 7-hour dungeon on first playthrough. It took me closer to 4.5, I think, while reading all the story.
한바탕 해볼까?
This playthrough, though, I'm hoping to keep it around 4. Cutting out the story takes out a lot of the time. And if I do every fight on the first try, it shouldn't take that long. This is excluding the final boss though. He might take 4 hours of attempts. I really don't know how hard he's going to be.
서럽게시.
힘들군. 그러니 알아서 잘 피해야지. 목표 위치로 돌격 중.
된다면 4월을 보내.
깔끔한 헤드샷.
네 피부는
머리통이 작살났다고.
가족을 위해. 엎드리도록. 고귀하게 따뜻하게 손에 네 피부리스 맘
I'm very surprised by the number of people that asked for help with this in the Project Moon Discord. You just follow the colors. So blue to red. And then, okay, the 3 flowers, I'm like 99% sure Lotus is going to be the one I want, so I'll take that one. Oh yeah, the flower is definitely nice, getting that. It's like 2 base Gregor support passives. So I'm going to just double check that Honglu is still reviving here. But I think he will be, so I think we're going to have to use him again. Wait. This better not like send me back to the checkpoint.
정출할게요.
It shouldn't. It does, I'll have to do 2 fights again. Rupture should make short work of this.
아이고. 결국
Oh, I don't need to guard for 4 turns. These guys can kill me. And yes, he's still reviving. Okay. So we're forced to bring him still. He will not be doing any damage, but he'll be there.
죽음 충동 억제. 관념 봉인.
Wow, nothing's even targeting him this turn. I want to get him killed as fast as I can, but I guess that's not an option. I also want this guy to flee as soon as I can make him, so I will be trying to kind of target him. I think these enemies inflict plenty of rupture compared to Canto 6 enemies.
엎드리도록.
Maybe like some specific moves from the butlers are crazy, but I think just in general. I don't really want full stop Heathcliff to leave, so I'm not going to have him use any more skill ones, for now at least. Yeah, like Honglu got hit by 2 moves and he has 16/7 rupture right now. However much, did I see that right?
아,
Yeah.
바쁜데 특별히 들어드릴게요.
How do I make you leave half or less? Okay, so I need to do like 20 damage to you. Oh yeah, that ends the turn, huh?
고귀하게 따뜻한 꿰뚫리고.
Okay, yeah, that's... Sinking is definitely like the worst status effect to have inflicted on you. It just kills your rolls and then you can't do anything. Which is probably why there aren't that many sinking enemies in this game. They really aren't letting Honglu die today. Nothing's targeting him, they're rolling too fast for him to intercept.
고귀하게
뼈를 깎는다.
Yeah, this dungeon is definitely done well here. For 0 SP starts, and like Canto 6 had that as well. Since it wasn't a dungeon, everything was a, you know, its own tile.
사격 개시.
따뜻한
It's funny how many mechanics exist on identities that just can't use them at Uptie 1, like Concentration Sniper. And Malfaust has that as well. She can't ever actually gain her stacks without her passive. If she could, she would be the best Uptie 1 identity by far. But it's not possible.
된다면 사활을 건너라.
이번에 네 피분수 너희의 목표 이 혈투를 승리로 이끌.
Okay, I finally get to let Hanlu die. Yeah, for Uptie 2 is like surprisingly different than Uptie 1 just because of passives. Like Malfaust becomes way better. Full stop Honglu, if you have full stop Heathcliff on the bench, is probably like second best.
고귀하게
I'm just glad that Manager Dawn gets her skill replaces at Uptie 1. I didn't think I clashed that. Okay. You dead? Yeah, you're dead. Okay.
꽤 정리적이고.
아이고.
이번에 네 피분수 너희의 목표 이 혈투를 승리로 이끌. 고귀하게
Yeah, Malifest is a crazy identity. They took Malryoshi, who was already really good, and just made a better version. Also, who's gonna win this? This is one of the longest clashes I've ever done. I think now it is the longest clash I've ever done. Okay, I lost in the end, but that was... Did we hit 40 or did we lose on 39 there?
살을 베어내고
You're back. Yeah. Do you know if enemies actually get that damage bonus? That's something I was thinking about. Because they don't get stuff like resonance, obviously, unless they're Envy Pekatulums.
고귀하게
They do? Okay. You know, if we get like 2 or 3 more burn identities, burn might be a real team team at Uptie 1. Like, Liu Yisong and Firefist Gregor actually inflict okay amounts that it might be possible to reach some of these burn conditionals. Yeah, okay, I didn't see the number there when he hit me, but I'll trust you.
언제까지 버티는 거자고.
경영 쉽시 피날레를 준비하지.
So far, so good. We haven't had too many people dying on the second boss here. Although it looks like we're having a few people die right now, or at least get staggered, yeah. I'm forced to use Uptide Honglu on the bosses, but I just let him die to ampules as fast as I can. And don't do any damage with them. They're 5 speed, I can't redirect like anything here. Okay, this turn is going to be really bad. Actually, so much stuff is targeting Mare, so he can just die. I really only have 3 moves to look at. And those 2 are targeting Ish. Okay, it's really only 1 move that matters, not nearly as bad as it looked. Oh wait, no, they're all targeting her. I saw that wrong. Yeah, nothing matters. I'm just going to hit everything on the same guy. For any of you that saw my community post about playing the whole game solo, that playthrough is officially stuck on 8:15 because Honglu does not have any good identity to solo. But maybe if he gets a new identity that has a clashable counter to deal with bleed, something could happen there. You know, I guess I should really just be killing this guy. He has less health than them. Yeah, defensive stance existing was a pretty big surprise when I was reading through all the Uptie 1 kits, but I am so glad to have it. I could not have beaten Railway 4 without it.
거기구나.
Yeah, I forgot I can just, like, kill this guy. Much easier than killing all of these evil possessed Deathrite monks.
먼저 빠진다.
Yisong is here, which means that's our last backup, but we should be able to just end the fight here. Yeah, I made that last longer than it had to if I just focus fired him once he came back, but still first try.
네, 이제 다시 공간이 좁아지기 시작.
Yeah, 7-7. Oh wait, yeah, you proving 7-17. Yeah, that that one felt possible when I tried it. 8-15 doesn't feel even remotely close with the Hongwu identities we have available. Will Heathcliff win is 50-50? Nope.
아니.
How many tries is this going to take? That's 2.
아니, 나는 총 쏘는 놈이라니까.
If full stop Heathcliff didn't exist, I'm not sure if any Uptie 1 identity could pass this. Because it needs an 18. Yeah, no one else can do this. I would have to kill someone if this guy didn't exist. That's kind of funny.
나는 총 쏘는 놈이라니까.
Yeah, I've done 8-17
아니,
with Tang Tang. It
나는
took
총
like
쏘는
an
놈이라니까.
hour and a half of resetting. But any focused encounter is basically going to be possible because of evade. We'll just take varying amounts of resets. There we go, finally.
자, 됐냐? 저격수한테 이런 거 시키지 좀.
정리 시간이다.
Canto dungeons are like fun for solo though. Because there's like thinking across multiple tiles instead of just choosing the best person for the job. You might think about getting passives up or even using ego. Like Canto 5 dungeon was my favorite thing to figure out solo, and that probably won't change for a while. Warp Honglu is one of the few identities I don't have uptied on my main account. I've actually never tried him out. I know he has a good defensive skill, but besides that I was just never too interested in his kit.
힘들군. 그러니 알아서 잘 피해야지.
용서해 주십시오.
Okay, so let's think about this. It took me an hour to get this far. You've done 2 bosses so far, and there's like, what? Are there 2 or 3 more bosses before the end? Either way, hopefully we can get there within the next 2 hours. That's my goal. If I can reach the final boss within 3 hours, I'll be happy.
언제까지 버티나 보자고.
좋아. 그만.
추잡하네.
Up to 7 to 9 speed range. I'm assuming that you're just saying he has haste in his kit. I actually don't remember. Haste is auto combat start. Yeah, okay.
그러니 알아서 잘 피해.
Wait, combat start haste? That doesn't make sense. I'll have to look at his kit later.
된다. 사월을
엎드리도록. 엎드리도록.
불타버렸나?
Alright, how many attempts is this going to take? Probably quite a few, because I have to get... Oh gosh, I might just do the fight. Getting 2 of these in a row. 2 1 in 8 chances consecutively. That would be pretty unlikely. 1 in 64, yeah, I'm just going to fight them. It's 1 less coin,
위치로 돌격 중.
but it also gives me sanity for the boss fight. And yeah, I could probably get that sanity from the other fights, but I don't want to sit here for 1 in 64 odds.
한바탕 해볼까?
된다. 사월을 끝.
가족을 위해. 따뜻한. 끈끈이고.
불타버렸나?
Yeah, I wish K-Corp Honglu was either better or we had just more K-Corp IDs. Like, I want to use no trespassing on someone. But he's stuck with 2 coins at most.
한바탕 해볼까?
Everyone talks about Mirror Dungeon 2 being like awful, but I really don't remember it being that bad. I just remember that there was the buff to get rid of your first stagger threshold, and that made some identities just unable to stagger, which was pretty good.
남길 말은 없겠지.
I think I probably did more solo runs of Mirror Dungeon 2 than playing normally though, so that definitely skews my memory.
내가 눈에 새겨주지.
Yeah, I have like no memory of how long it took. But it was probably longer than what we have now, yeah.
된다. 사월을 건져.
I want to kick Warfryoshi off of my Uptie 1 team so badly, but I just need Valpurgis to get red eyes.
네 피분수.
Just having that skill 2, like tails roll twice and hit for 2 damage is so disappointing. So let's see. Yeah, 4 Gluttony Resonance to do kind of nothing. Definitely can't compete with Talismans for that support passive.
투입합니다.
Okay, so this guy. This is probably the fight I'm the most worried about before the final boss. Also, I should probably not deploy Honglu first because of this. If we fail, we'll change that. We might need Priest Gregor in this fight. But for now, we'll just
말 걸지 마라.
kill all the minions. Yeah, this guy.
된다. 사월을 건져.
Just going to try to keep his sanity down. That's like goal number 1. Just do not let him win a clash. Are you saying a decent support passive for solos or what? Because I really like Malorioushi's support passive. For solos at least. 2 haste is just very nice. Saves you from bind.
언제까지 버티나 보자고.
Okay, I was hoping you would roll like all tails on that, but I'll take this only getting staggered. we can... Do I want to ignore that? The alternative is like...
이야기는 해장 후에
Envy Fatal Gregor takes a hit. I don't know about that one. Guess I can just evade it, sure.
고귀하게 엎드리도록.
Yeah, if we're just talking general support passes, they've been making a lot of just like mediocre effects tied to resonance lately, which is, you know, not good. As long as we keep this guy's sanity down, I don't think he'll be too much of an issue. Although I'm about to lose my shield here. Yeah, a lot of combat passives have been like 5% more damage sometimes, or 10% more damage, but then, I mean, Malfaust's passive is her entire kit, so we'll give that one. You have 5 speed. Okay, looks like you really want to kill Gregor. Sorry, Gregor fans, but he's dying. Sorry to all 3 of the Gregor fans out there. None of which are in this stream.
고귀하게 꿰뚫리고 엎드리도록.
If you get all tails rolls, you might live.
괜찮아. 상처는 찢었으니까. 벌써 만나러 가는가?
You have a lot of skill slots.
이러지.
I just haven't actually used Malfaust at all, but I've seen enough to know that she's really good.
고귀하게 따뜻한 엎드리도록.
열을 깎는다.
지발리에 일했다니.
먼저 빠진다.
Okay, all of those can be ignored if needed. Good. The only ID that can naturally roll a 40. Yeah. It's a pretty good quality to have, being able to roll a 40. I mean, what does full stop Heathcliff's skill 4 roll? Is that like 38? I've used him so much more on Uptie 1, I don't even know what his real kit rolls. Okay.
너의 무기로 이 혈투를
Yeah, even if we consider stuff like that, we have to keep in mind that Faust's skill has 4 coins instead of 1. The reinforcements, yeah, there's 9 total enemies, so I'm working to kill them off. I cannot redirect this, so Mare is dead. The others aren't doing too much damage. I guess, okay, this could get a lot of Tails rolls. He doesn't have sanity. But he's at least staggered. So I should not take any other clash with him.
뺀다면 사활을 건다.
쏟아내라.
First coin heads is unfortunate. Yeah.
아직 모자라. 급수가 전부 꿰뚫렸네.
I feel like it was just to make the skill do more damage, based on how they've done that before with 7 Fast's passive and also Magic Bullet Otis.
이 혈투를 승리로 이끌.
Sometimes they'll just throw poise onto stuff because they feel like it. Okay, I don't care at all about those skills, I'm just going to see how much damage I can do right here.
가족을 흐르는 꿰뚫리고. 너의 무기로 이 혈투를
Yeah, not more
승리로
than he
이끌.
heals. Yeah, she'll benefit from Lucky Pouch. She doesn't count to activate it. This stream will likely take more than 3 hours, so you won't miss all of it. I will be trying to finish the whole dungeon today. We'll see if I'm able to.
위험인물 발견. 제압할게요. 엎드리도록.
아직 모자라. 진우들 보이며 없군. 나와.
나의 지원 요청을.
Yeah, it's like with
벌써
Slay Lineage again.
너의 무기로 이 혈투를 승리로 이끌.
Okay. This guy is out of allies now. And Yisong is here, so I'm also out of allies now. Didn't realize I had that many people dying, but I guess it's not that big of a surprise when I'm ignoring everything the boss does.
부서진
I'm finally actually using 7 fast on this account.
이 혈투를
I
승리로
crafted her for Railway and then she never even hit the field.
거기구나.
I accidentally did a Hopeless Clash with Dawn. Well, that's not good. I realized right as I started combat. I don't know how I misclicked that.
다음 카페 근무 이어받을 사람 없는데.
This guy has 18 charge potency. I feel like that's a little overkill.
이 혈투를
Oh wait,
승리로
yeah, Heathcliff is back. I wasn't out of allies. He should die this turn
눈에
though.
새겨주지.
It's related to his passives. I think that's why he has a Clash power up. And maybe also the 3 damage up. Probably gives his 3 coin skill some coin power. But 18 is definitely above the amount he needs.
야, 이거 횡재.
So... Okay, yeah. My secret weapon. Saving this stage back here to get sanity.
검 끝을 바라본다. 거기구나.
Okay, so his charge is what makes him lose protection. I knew he just had it at the start of the fight and it didn't stick around. But I wasn't sure if it was based on like allies dying or what. I didn't read too closely.
내가 눈에 새겨주지.
Yeah, I saw that he had 10 damage up by the end of my fight with him.
내가 눈에
I'm going to
새겨주지.
stall this fight a little bit for sanity, since I, saved it explicitly for that purpose. I can just get like
내가 눈에
20 more
새겨줄
sanity on Ryoshu, I'll be happy. She can't clash, okay.
된다면 사활을 건다.
Yeah, if part 3 is just another dungeon, that would be a little much. Just have 2 dungeons in a row. But yeah, if we're introduced to new class 3 Pekatulums, that would be cool.
힘들군. 그러니 알아서 잘 피해야지.
Yeah, I remember when I first entered floor 2, I like said to myself, there's no way we're going all the way around this circle. And then, wouldn't you know it, we go all the way around the circle. Alright, who wants poise? I guess you.
라만 차렌드를 뒤엎는다. 그래도
Is this when Lindayu joins us? Or is that after this fight? Okay. This guy. Getting past these enemies on the solo playthrough was so awful. I hate these jars. So I will be very happy to kill them.
고귀하게.
The combination of bleed and rupture and poison makes it so hard to solo those 2 stages. Or well, the first one. The second one has 1 less enemy fighting you at a time, so it's way easier. What if the gondola enemy had actual rolls? Then you would have to evade on the first turns instead of just letting them hit you.
엎드리도록.
It would make it a lot more annoying to solo. Or actually, you would just have to... You could do the... I don't know if I would allow the strategy that lets you get sanity on Dawn in the solo playthrough. I didn't need it, so I didn't do it. Ignore that. I almost just attacked with Honglu, that's not allowed.
거기구나.
In reference to the jars. The gondola enemies? In reference to the jars? I'm not sure what you mean by that.
따뜻해.
those two will jump at me. Honestly, I'm just going to ignore those. If he just tails rolls, then clashing them would do nothing, so... The jars blow themselves up, yeah. Okay, that's what you're saying?
가족을 위해. 대만찬에 집중해.
아직 모자라.
This might look like a bad start to this fight, but you have to remember that it's going to be like an 8 versus 3 now for the rest of it. Or an 8 versus 1 apparently. I thought he used the move to summon new ones last turn. Did he not use this? I guess he didn't.
아, 바쁜데 특별히 들어드릴게요.
Okay.
제출할게요.
너희의 무기로 결국 이 혈투를 승리로 이끌.
과주 입대고.
Yeah, so he's summoning more. You have 5 speed again. Why are you max rolling your speed every turn? Are you actually gonna kill her? I've never had her die, but... I mean, 3 things... Yeah, I kind of can't save her. Okay. I get to find out if she runs away or has a death straight. She probably runs away.
따뜻한
Unless he gets tails rolls on 30 sanity? Nah. Yeah, okay.
너희의 무기로 이 혈투를 승리로 이끌.
Okay, so he's throwing 1 jar at me.
가족을 위해.
I think I can kind of just kill him before he kills me again. But maybe I'm overestimating the abilities of Uptie 1 identities. Nah, that stagger's close enough, surely.
너희의 혈투를 승리로 이끌.
Those can be ignored. Well, maybe I don't want to let Otis just stagger for free.
너희의 무기로 이 혈투를
Into
승리로
its
이끌.
16 poison on everyone. I might not be far off of that, although I did prioritize killing the big jar. Do I want to let Ryoshu die? Not really. What's the alternative? Sinclair evades. Oh, he's getting targeted by like everything. Yeah, actually, Sinclair, you're just gonna be a martyr this turn. Now I only have 2 moves to look at. And I'm going to choose to ignore that one. This turn's not great, but I think it will set him up to stagger next turn. That's the idea. Oh, he was faster. Okay, maybe not then. So much blunt damage. This might end up being our first reset.
이 혈투를 승리로
Depends
이끌.
how much damage I can get when I stagger. Wouldn't you know it, it's the boss that gives himself sanity that's being a problem. Minus 5 speeds go first. Mare goes before him. Not doing 70 damage, so these moves are going through. But I think that's fine.
고귀하게. 엎드리도록.
I guess I do just deal 70 damage. No.
너희의 무기.
Can we deal 300? Got 40 plus 30 plus 70 plus 70. It's good enough.
한바탕
Can kill him
해볼까?
next turn even if he lives here. Looks like he won't live here.
힘들군. 그러니 알아서 잘 피해야지.
That's right. There's like not a checkpoint. And then... Does going here close the walls? I don't think it does. No, I definitely can go to this checkpoint.
피를 머금을 시간이네.
I kind of forgot this guy was here. I don't think it will be an issue, but it theoretically could be if I came out of that fight in a worse condition.
언제까지 버티는 거자고.
엎드리도.
Yes, time for sinking.
남길 말은 없겠지.
The amount of sinking that this move inflicts is just actually ridiculous. Like 12 sinking and 4 sinking count. Or I guess this is against 2 random enemies. Yeah, I mean resources do literally nothing for me on this playthrough. I can't use ego and I don't have passives, so... They are an entirely removed game mechanic.
내가 눈에 새겨주지.
살을 베어내.
따뜻한. 대범의 머리가 쪼개지지 않았을 텐데.
And the counters do go up. I learned recently that it caps at 999. Didn't know that before my no gifts MDI solo. That's very unfortunate that you got 6 heads rolls in a row there.
괜찮아.
Am I going to lose? I shouldn't. No, he's close to stagger.
이겼으니까.
Oh, she's going to activate his evade.
위험인물 발견. 제압할게요. 따뜻한.
Or maybe not.
랜덤 4월을 건.
Yeah, I do like... I was a little unsure of the uncontrollable allies, but I'm a pretty big fan of this one. Actually useful, and you kind of control what she does with the follow-up attack. You can deliberately hit the one you want her to attack first.
잠깐만.
천천히.
This is an unfocused battle, that's right. Well,
언제까지 버티나 보자고.
who's getting 18 bleed damage, Otis? Yeah, exactly.
한바탕 해볼까?
Double fatal damage.
대만찬의 집
Half of Dawn's health after winning the clash.
사격 개시.
남길 말은 없겠지. 남길 말은 없겠지.
너희의 무기로 이 혈투를 승리로 이끌. 고귀하게. 대만찬에 집중해.
Look at that. We got enough burn on this guy to actually get a conditional coin power on Fire Fist Gregor.
잠깐만. 천천히.
Yep. She's the only blood fiend where lifesteal is locked behind her passive. It would be... The final boss of Canto 7 would have been honestly easy if she had her lifesteal normally for Uptie 1. But nope, I had to deal with only healing through the ego gift.
언제까지 버티나 보자고.
깔끔한
It's crazy how much better this fight is going than the last one, even though they were both fights against 4 jars. Having sanity, though, is a huge difference. Even though it wasn't like full sanity.
사격 개시.
You think we're 2/3 done yet? Probably not quite.
목표 위치로 돌격 중.
자, 공간이 점점 더 줄어.
Okay, the lifesteal boss. Okay, yeah, you have so much speed. I remember that about you. This might actually be a problem. I could lose here just because of speed ranges. going to have so little control over clashing. Like this, for example, I can't clash it because it's just main target is an enemy. I also need Honglu to die.
가족을 위해.
Max 10 per skill. Yeah. Do I even want to try that clash? Not really.
한바탕 해볼까?
Okay, she failed her evades.
찢었습니까?
따뜻하게 뚫리고. 힘들군. 그러니 알아서 잘 피해야지.
Hey, and it's naturally targeting Honglu, that's good. Ryoshi's dead though. And then that's hitting just everyone. Everyone except Gregor. And everyone only has skill 1s right now, so no one can even think about clashing it.
한바탕 해볼까?
It's a lot of damage.
이것도 끝장나자고.
Yeah, against this boss that just has like full sanity after turn 1, it's kind of only full stop Heathcliff can clash at all. Actually, okay, yeah, all of these are targeting staggered people for their main target. Which one is the most bad? I guess these are unfocused volley. This one's actually hitting everyone, so clash there.
언제까지 버티나 보자고.
Can I even out damage this guy?
대만찬에 집중해.
Didn't hit Hongu at all, unfortunate. You lived on 3.
남은 가족들을 부탁하지.
And yeah, just speed. I actually can't clash him ever. At least I can't choose who clashes him.
한바탕 해볼까?
It'd be really good if I somehow won this, but it's just so unlikely, yeah.
누구 못 만나섰나? 미련을 했군.
결국 앰플이 과주했고
Nobody can overtake once again. I didn't realize just that like every single one of your moves is AoE, except this one.
고귀하게.
Let's roll your evade. This is looking like our first loss, unless we can hit that stagger bar.
벤단 사월을
I needed that heads roll. Yeah, that's game. If I won that clash, we might have had a chance because then Mare would have lived and clashed his other big move, but Sinclair did not get heads. Actually, I mean his health is low, but yeah, he takes self damage. I'll play it out, or wait. No, because I did stuff after the checkpoint, I don't want to let myself actually lose fully. Oh, I can't. Okay, I was gonna go do that fight. Get more sanity on more people, but I guess I'm stuck here. We'll just try again. First loss.
투입합니다.
Did not flawless the dungeon on Uptie 1. I don't think anyone really expected me to, though. I was hopeful, but not expecting it.
내가 눈에 새겨주지.
Keeping Dawn alive more than like 4 turns could help for sure. Main target Honlu, unfortunate. Can't clash it. He can take that at least.
된다면 사월을
엎드리도록.
벌써 끝나가는군.
Okay, Otis is like just dead. Managing to keep up with the clashing here, for now at least. I feel like most of these moves were hitting me last time, because I had skill 1s. That is, as long as I can get my heads rolls. $536.
지렸으니까. 사격 개시.
난산에 집중해. 하나뿐인 상해요.
Heard someone die.
Namu-
Don't know who it was.
부탁하지.
It was Dawn. Okay, that's unfortunate. What are you even weak to? Green. Okay. How is that normal? There's no way that's normal. That has to be a miscalculation.
벤다는 사활을 건다.
If his health consume got him closer to his stagger bar, I would feel a lot better about winning.
정정.
But it only takes from his core and not his part health. If only he inflicted bleed, so I could have someone die while clashing, cancel a move. Ah, the tails roll. Okay, more tails rolls, sure. I get no damage this turn. Oh wait, okay, Gregor does have bleed. If he's clashing against Gregor, I can cancel a move. None of those are main targeting Gregor though. Actually, I guess Lotus healed him too much, it wouldn't work anyway. Yeah. Why did they make this guy so fast? That's my question. I think I'm going to lose again because I just can't control anything in this fight. He just AoEs me down.
사활을 건다.
500 damage there.
다음 줄까? 이어받을 사람이.
Oh, he's so close to stagger though. But he's just going before me. It's actually so close though. 23 health. This is doable. I might have to use Durante here. I forgot that was an option. But I don't think it would be needed anywhere else. So if I see a turn where it would be very helpful, I'll use it.
착수.
Attempt 3. Going to try just doing more damage to him early. Seeing if I can ignore more of these minion moves. Like, those are all doing low damage. We're just going to hit him.
한바탕 해볼까?
My Otis is just so close to her stagger threshold. I might have to go back to the checkpoint and do better in the other fights against the jars. Maybe stall them out at the end to heal with Lotus. If I lose this attempt, I'll probably go back.
가족을 위해 따뜻한 피.
You're also about to stagger. That's just because your stagger bar is so high. Unlucky clash loss there, okay.
라이크.
Okay, that I should not. Alright, that's hitting Honlu. It can be ignored. It's just this one. And that can be avoided by evading there. Okay. Everyone else can hit him. And we can hope. Dawn's the main target of that. There's no way she wins though. So yeah. Okay. This is just full DPS race.
한바탕 해볼까?
따뜻한
엎드리도록.
She rolled, tables rolled her evade there. Which means she's gonna die to the top left minion, I think. No, top left minion got staggered, okay.
과주입되고
Okay, Dawn actually gets to live. Could I beat these clashes? Would it even matter? I don't think I really can. I'm just going to not hit him this turn.
한바탕
This
해볼까?
turn feels so bad. Okay, at least like 3 out of those 6 went on Ryoshu.
너희의 무기로 이 혈투를 승리로 이끌겠다.
Just hitting Fire Fist, Gregor. I'm just gonna hit you.
엎드리도록.
close. Will this do it?
너무
Okay, that will stagger. Right, now that's hitting the minion.
무렴이
I almost wish that didn't stagger him.
너희의 무기로 이 혈투를 승리로 이끌.
Obviously, you just have to do as much as possible here. I think we'll get at this attempt though. It turns out just ignoring the minions is the better strategy. As much as possible, ignoring them. There we go. If I remember correctly, that's the last boss before the final boss. If there's anyone else, I mean, I don't even remember them, so they can't be too difficult. I am going to grab these coins because I believe the door closes behind me when I progress.
가족을 위해 벌써 끝나갔네. 위험인물 발견. 제압할게.
네 피분수
된다면 사월을 건너
따뜻한 쏟아내.
Yeah, close behind me.
겨우 모은 돈 좀.
So, I think my plan, I had a plan, but I don't remember what it was. I think I don't do this tile.
총은 수지 타산에 맞게 한 발에 한 놈씩.
위험인물 발견. 제압할게.
Or no.
고귀하게
I don't do... Now I have to go there, right? To get to the good ego gifts.
벌써 끝나갔네.
남길만은 없겠지.
사격 개시.
마음. 엎드리도록.
끊는다.
따뜻한
추잡한
위험인물 발견. 제압할게. 따뜻한
Yeah, okay. I think what I do is I take this checkpoint, but then I won't do this fight.
총은 수지 타산에 맞게 한 발에 한 놈씩.
I like how they both rolled 5 speed to greet me.
위험인물 발견. 제압할게요.
Okay, you get 3 heads in a row. The actual hit you got tails, so it did like no damage.
고귀하게.
따뜻한.
I thought your guard was targeting someone else. Okay. I don't think I sent any more damage at that one though. Just a failed evade apparently.
언제까지 버티나 보자고.
Didn't quite stagger him before the clash, and I lose the clash. Okay. This fight definitely could be going better. But at the same time, if this fight takes forever, I'll heal with the Lotus Gift, so damage kind of doesn't matter. This is where I hate clashable guards. I want Ishmael to tank this, but she would have to clash to do that, and then this skill would get attack weight. That's the biggest problem with having clashable guards on your tank. I think I'm just going to let it hit Ryoshu.
고귀하게.
Losing every neutral clash today. By today, I just mean this fight.
사기 개시.
And again. Ryoshu just dead. Man, I might have to go back to the checkpoint after this. This fight's just going very poorly. Like, I don't remember how many fights there are before the next checkpoint. I'll finish this fight out and just see, because this shouldn't take too long.
예쁘네. 네 피분수.
No, we want the Gia one. Okay, so there, yeah, it is a checkpoint here. So I can take this, and then what is this event? Oh yeah, just, can anyone even do this? 50-50s? Okay. First try this time.
자, 됐냐? 저격수한테 이런 거 시키지 좀 마라.
So yeah, I'm saving this fight back here if I need sanity for the final boss. And then I'll do the same with the Pekatulam fight on the left.
필이면
Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen with Shichu, and I still don't think she'll die. Because I know she lives in the source book. This has to be the highest chance.
아니, 나는 총 쏘는 놈이라니까. 이런 거.
This will take a few reset to checkpoint, probably. Oh, wait, I have to do both of these? I might just fight those guys.
아니, 나는 총 쏘는 놈이라. 아니, 나는 총 쏘는 놈이.
Okay, of course I get it the first time, and now I'm going to miss it like 5 in a row.
자, 됐냐? 저격수한테 이런 거 시키지 좀 마라.
Yeah, I'm just going to fight. Hopefully this gives at least 5 coins. I imagine it would. Like, why would they make the fight give you less than the wager?
총은 수지 타산에 맞게 한 발에 한 놈씩.
That's a lot. I'm just going to reset. Can I even reset this fight? How does this work? I haven't thought about this. Do I get to choose again? Okay, it just puts me here.
직접 뵙죠.
I did not like how many of their strongest moves they were using. That's much better.
내가 눈에 새겨주지. 엎드리고
고귀하게
힘 조절이
남길 말은 없겠지.
위험인물 발견. 제압할게.
살을 베어내고
남길 말은 없겠지.
너희의 무기로 이 혈투를 승리로 이끌. 내가 눈에 새겨주지. 엎드리도록.
예쁘네. 네 피부는 추잡하네.
맘.
And the pre-nerf wasn't enough. I think the nerf was done way too quick. Give us at least a day. Okay, it is still 5 coins.
목표 위치로 돌격 중. 가족을 위해.
추잡하네.
한바탕 해볼까?
We're getting close to the end. The thing that I'm sure we've all been waiting for. Just 3 more mob fights.
위험인물 발견. 제압할게.
남길 말은 없겠지.
꿰뚫리고. 벌써 끝나가는군. 위험인물 발견.
Oh wait, I just realized. This is the first time for the Uptie 1 challenge where I'm forced to use an Uptied character and they aren't invincible.
그러니 알아서 잘 피해야지.
And more than that, if they die, I lose. It might not be possible to keep Honglu alive if he's just evading every turn. We'll have to see. in my mind it's like, yeah, I'll just
네
get him
피부는
killed and then I'll finish. But no, that's not an option.
피를 머금을 시간이네.
Because yeah, Honglu has to clash. Yeah, Honglu has. I haven't used him for any fight except when he's fixed member, and when he was a fixed member, I've just been guarding with K-Corp until he died. But just thinking about how this final fight works, that's not going to be an option. He has to win at least the 3 clashes to get dialogues. Because, I mean, I can't do over 300 damage with this Uptie 1 team.
고귀하게.
What's the best way to do this? If there was a Honglu that had a clashable guard, that would be good. Because then I could just do that and he wouldn't have to deal any damage. Yeah, I have Tang Tang, but I have to get the dialogue. So I could evade everything else and just clash that move, maybe. That's probably what I'm going to have to do.
남길만은 없겠지.
I don't think there's any better solution than just making an exception to the rules for that specific attack. And everything else I'll just be evading with Tang Tang.
검 끝에 바라본다.
이제 정말로 얼마 남지 않았습니다.
고귀하게.
내가 눈에 새겨주지. 엎드리도록. 내 만찬에 집중해. 맘.
언제까지 버티나 보자고.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think. I don't think there's any better solution to the forced Uptie problem.
네 피분수.
살을 베어내고
시바이에 의뢰했다면 대검의 머리가 쪼개지진 않았을 텐데. 위험인물 발견. 제압할게.
힘들군. 그러니 알아서 잘 피해야지. 꿰뚫리고
살을 베어
엎드리도록. 벌써 맘.
언제까지 버티나 보자고.
Yeah, I mean, the idea for this challenge was I did everything in the game using just the base IDs, and I wanted to do something harder than that. And so, Uptie 1, no ego was my solution. it lets me still have team building, which was the main thing I didn't like about the base centers run, is that there's no aspect of team building, you're just set for the same team. Yeah, I mean, pretty much.
이 혈투를
Just
승리로
making
이끌
it more difficult. I like the game, I want to play it, but it's normally just too easy.
따뜻해. 시바이의 일했다면 맘.
우리처럼
So here we are. There's a few things we could try. I'm going to go in without giving anyone sanity first. And I want to try something like this.
잠깐만 천천히.
This way I get I get double slots on all of my like best IDs here, but Honglu is, you know, he has to be here.
고귀하게
I think that's worth a reset. Wanna see if I can like get past this first wave with this team. Oh, realistically, I should just go back and get sanity on people. I left the fights there for a reason. But it would feel better to do it without that. Well, that just won't work. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go and do one of the fights. Because this one will also give me coins. Oh, I have to return to checkpoint. He just, Blade Lineage Mare just has a really good skill too. Everything is different at Uptie 1 in terms of, like, what's good. And just having a skill that rolls 17, that's enough to make you good. And then the potential for slash power up to roll even 18, or if I'm double slotting him, 19. Like, compared to the other stuff available, especially for a Mare ID, he's the best we have.
착수.
So I'm going to see if I can get some sanity on people.
랜던 4월을
Forgive me for having Ting Ting Honglu's support passive active for this fight, but I think we all know I could beat this without it. Oh, that's interesting. These guys have identical speed. Wait, why am I? Oh, no, it's because you were targeting it.
고귀하게
I thought they had like a decimal speed tie, and so I was skipping over him in the targeting, but no.
위험 인물 발견. 제압할게.
살을 베어내고
한바탕 해볼까? 엎드리기.
I hope the final boss's speed range isn't crazy, but I mean, I know Zilu's always going to be faster than all of my identities. Which is why I think running like less people is going to be the better strategy. People will be much more likely to have their skill 2 available if they have 2 slots.
깔끔한 헤드. 머리통에 작살났다고. 살을 베어내고 뼈를 깎는다.
힘들군. 그러니 알아서 잘 피해야지.
대검의 머리가 쪼개지진 않았을 텐데.
Okay. We got some sanity. Let's go back.
잠깐만, 천천히.
운이 따라준다면 좋겠네요.
It's so weird that these guys are Fatal Blunt. I'm expecting them to be Fatal Slash. That's red moves. Okay.
고귀하게 추잡하네.
한바탕 해볼까?
살을 베어내고
추잡하네. 이쁘네. 네 피분수.
Oh yeah, this thing. I should give Rhodia all of the kills. Or at least 3.
운이 따라준다면 좋겠네요.
힘 조절이
Slightly annoying speed range here. I guess we do that. Or you know what? Honglu just try to evade it. I'm allowed to do that.
운이 따라준다면
Just
좋겠네요.
trying to get rid of the 3 kills here.
힘 조절이
Okay, she got her 3 kills.
고귀하게 이쁘네 네 피분수.
Let's see how terribly this goes.
된다면 사활을 건다.
Uptie one no ego. Except Honglu. But he won't be attacking.
헤어라, 묘.
Yeah. There's only so much I can do about that. And by that I mean there's nothing I can do about that. Oh, Honglu can't even overtake anything here.
한바탕 해볼까?
Zilu, please get one Tails roll against Mare's Clash. That's all I'm asking for right now. I'll be asking more later, probably. Okay. Look at that unbreakable rupture, isn't it great? Is that the best move to let go unopposed? Well, I guess I don't actually get much choice in the matter. Yeah.
한바탕 해볼까?
Honglu was supposed to redirect that, was he not? Or, oh, that was... I messed up something there.
배워라, 묘.
Oh, okay. We'll use the revive on there. Okay, he just died. Yeah, this is... I mean, this isn't the attempt, but... Zealu rolls so high. She also got like 6 heads in a row on 10 sanity though, so that was at least a little bit unlucky. I think we're going to try bringing the full team of 12. It's just really...
몸 좀 풀어볼까요?
Speed is going to be such an issue this fight, I can already tell. Like, normally I would bring a good tank or something, but if I can't control who's getting hit, that just cannot work. Like, if I brought Priest Gregor or something to just take every hit and then self-heal, he wouldn't be able to do the take every hit part.
살을 베어내고 남길 말은 없겠지.
It's pretty lucky evades.
고귀하게.
I mean, I don't think she's... She could still get Strider Mao. That is a thing. I could get 5 haste on people. If I had the Mao IDs.
언제까지 버티나 보자고.
따뜻한.
That would make her defense block an unopposed hit, but I don't think it would be rolling high enough to actually block it, and she would just die, probably. Like, at least against Zealu's 3 coin moves, which are, right now, seeming like the most threatening thing. I'll give this, a few more tries. We just got here. There's experimenting to be done, different team strategies. Worst case scenario, I just have to compromise my rule about forced upties, and I just use the Honglu. It's just like, I know that solo Honglu can win, so that kind of takes the fun out of it, and I would like a challenge.
한바탕 해볼까?
Challenge has to be possible, though.
힘들군. 그러니 알아서 잘 피해야지.
너희의 무기로 이 혈투를 승리로 이끌.
퍼레이드 중에는 말 걸지 않는 게 좋겠지.
I'm fairly sure I still gave Rudy a slot 1. But I guess I don't want to waste hard blood, so I'll just get the kill with Dawn.
된다. 서울을
Let's see. Full team attempt. I wish there was like a good sinking ID for Uptie 1, but there kind of isn't. Like inflicting sinking to just get Zealu's sanity down. Try
내가
that.
눈에 새겨주지. 따뜻한. 엎드리도록.
배워라. 명.
너희의 무기로 이 혈투를
You're
승리로
weak to
이끌.
orange. Okay. You're weak to all the Mao colors. So, Zealu, who are you killing today? Just, yeah, high sanity enemy that rolls above a 14. That's enough to be a massive problem for Uptie 1.
된다. 서울을
If Zealu low rolls, that works. Okay. Get one tails roll here. Cool. That was a very good second turn here. I think, at least. Although that did give Mare 15 rupture. does Deathrite Wayne do? One stack of a random Deathrite? Okay. Wait, is this actually a good thing for me? I mean, I could just do, or I guess what I should do is this. Yeah, okay.
운이 따라준다면 좋겠네요.
배워라, 묘.
Favored. Favored is fun because then I can blame the game if I lose, right? That's how that works. Is it doing low enough damage? Okay.
언제까지 버티나 보자고.
따뜻한
엎드리도록.
So far, so good. There's unbreakable blunt and slash moves. That's the problem. I can't just like have people. I guess if I run a larger team, then I can
승리로 이끌.
try to choose like who clashes what. That's going to kill Ryoshu. That's just a ridiculous move. Why does that have +7 coins? For every 2 rupture counts on target, okay. Why can this just gain 6 coin power? Ryoshi's like so dead. Oh my gosh. And then Dawn is like the only fast Uptie 1 ID, but she doesn't clash high enough. Yeah, Uptie 1 does not really do damage. That is
서울을
probably, honestly, the main drawback. Just, well, no, the main drawback is clashing. But yeah, I have to survive in fights for a long time. Casually rolling 27 on that move. That was lucky, at least. Yeah, there's no coin power conditionals, there's no damage conditionals, pretty much. It's just base flat numbers. And they aren't very high. Well, there's no decisions to make on this turn. And I lost that favored. Means I lose the best identity in the game at Uptie 1.
배워라, 명.
이것도 정정고.
That was very lucky Tails rolls, okay.
너의 목이 이 혈투를 승리로 이끌.
Yeah. Zulu is the problem in this fight. Well, besides maybe this move. Like, it's just so over for me right now. I can barely do any damage to him.
가족을 위해. 너무 못 만나섰나? 미련했군.
Okay. Lost that 50-50 very early.
피날레를 준비하지.
배워라, 명.
I'm going to need to change the rules somehow so that Honglu can be more useful for me, I feel like. Because he's rarely even fast enough to overtake stuff. Okay, this is the Ishmael dies turn, and I just get to do some unopposed, I guess. Everyone attack the second slot.
운이 따라준다면 좋겠네요.
배워라, 명.
Honglu missed his evade. This definitely isn't looking doable.
깔끔하게.
Like, this assist defense move that just kills me is... It's not too much I can do about that. Nothing in the game at Upside 1 can beat that.
명.
Not even close. I have to keep Zilu's sanity low, but that's like also not possible.
괜찮아. 상처는 잊었으니까.
And that's like, does getting Zilu to second phase make her stop doing the counterattack? I don't even know, because I didn't do it. I guess I can try to find out with the rest of this attempt, since it's pretty clearly not going to be the winner. Let's just see if I can damage Zelu. I did make some progress in the fight though. Honestly, for like a first attempt, I did more damage than I expected.
배워라, 묘.
And okay, that's the end of the fight.
전까지 잠시 쉬어.
Oh wait, am I going to have to like re-get sanity? Yeah. I don't know about this one. Like, the highest rolling identity at Uptie 1 is Princess Rhodia with 2 slots. She can roll like a 19, bump it up to like 20 with offense level from the Ego Gift. That's just factually lower than 27 still.
피를 머금을 시간이네.
Yeah, just fully allowing base Honglu, I mean maybe. But like I know base Honglu can solo. And if I'm using him anyway, it feels weird to just like, oh, but I can only give him 1 slot. That at that point it feels arbitrary. I don't know.
운이 따라준다면 좋겠네요.
I'll have to give it some more thought. I haven't had this situation before. I have to use him somehow. Before they were always invincible, and that made them useful. Now I have to keep him alive and I can't attack with him. Not a good combination.
고귀하게.
That's 8 speed. Okay. Honglu, you'll survive that. Pretty sure of it.
고귀하게. 추잡하네. 추잡하네. 고귀하게.
운이 따라준다면 좋겠네요.
추잡하네. 고귀하게 추잡하네.
I don't expect this to work, but I want to try it because this is basically how I beat Canto 5 and 7's final bosses.
고귀하게 추잡하네. 이쁘네. 네 피부스.
I'm just gonna get hit by an unbreakable coin and stagger. I take too much self-bleed when I don't have a healing gift. As good as the one in Canto 7, that is.
고귀하게
Maybe Honglu can take all of the unbreakable coin attacks.
네 피부스. 고귀하게
I wish I could give like 5 slots to Rhodia and 2 to Honglu. I think that would have a better chance than what I'm currently doing. Yeah, I mean that's obviously a concern, but I think it's one that I can mostly avoid.
운이 따라준다면 좋겠네요.
I do get the 11 healing per turn from the Lotus. I need Honglu to not have that 2x3 rupture, because that's making just everything get a coin power on him. Okay. Well, that's one way to get rid of my stagger threshold, but... Honglu can't take any of those
운이
attacks,
따라준다면 좋겠네요.
but I still have the revive ego gift. But now I'm going to have so much rupture, presumably.
해와라, 명.
No, I didn't even die. Well, now I might bleed myself out. Or that move will kill me. I don't know how dying like mid attack works. I guess let's find out.
포기하게.
Well, if anything touches Ruthia, she dies. This strategy, I don't know, it might work. If I get no rupture on either of them to start, then I might be able, but just, these unbreakable coins give me rupture. I can't avoid the rupture. Unless Honglu is always faster than Zilu. Which, saying that out loud is funny enough. No way it will be true.
운이 따라준다면 좋겠네요.
배워라, 묘.
Okay, yeah, naturally target Honglu. But this move isn't targeting Honglu, so this unbreakable coin will kill me, I think. Unless I've healed enough. I don't know, it's... it's too much, like... Yeah.
운이 따라준다면 좋겠네요.
And, you know, Honglu can just drop an evade at any point in this entire fight, and I lose. Yeah, this will kill me. There's no way that the coin itself does less than 3 damage.
배워라, 묘.
Did 4 damage. It was close.
배워라, 묘.
Okay, I want to try that again, though. That was going somewhat well. I had one bad turn. If I don't have the bad turn... going to quickly get sanity on people again, and I won't die fully this time. People I'm most likely to want to try.
정리 시간이다.
고귀하게.
Yeah, I really wish I could just have an Uptie 1 Honglu. Because, like, Honglu has 3 really good Uptie 1 identities. If I could just use them instead of having a dead slot, that could make a huge difference. Even if it looks like I'm nowhere close right now, it could be enough.
사격 개시.
That's like the only reason I would have considered modding this game, is to just not get the free Uptie. But they've made their position clear on mods now, I feel like.
사격 개시.
끝낸다.
한바탕 해볼까?
이번에 네 피분수
힘들군. 그러니 알아서 잘 피해야지.
Yeah, but I like having my Uptie 1 account on the real branch, you know?
몸 좀 풀어볼까요?
고귀하게
A true neutral right here. Or I guess because I'm not actually at 100 sanity, I was a little unfavored. But we won anyways.
고귀하게
If there was an ego gift that was like, at the end of turn, reduce the ally with the highest rupture count, reduce their rupture count by 1, that would make this feel so much more possible. But just the inevitability of the rupture really getting me.
고귀하게
And just how it makes the clashing even worse.
고귀하게
Yeah, de-leveling for right away would definitely be nice. I also wish I could make my Blade Lineage Mare level 1, just to see how much damage I could get Gas Harpoon to deal in Mirror Dungeon.
운이 따라준다면 좋겠네요.
추잡하네 고귀하게
I think this will probably be my last attempt for this stream. Been streaming close to 4 hours. Assuming it, like, gets to the next phase and I don't die to these guys somehow. Because I really... a full team doesn't feel anywhere close to possible. It's going to be something like power stacking Rodia, if I can do it.
고귀하게 추적하네
It would be nice if I could stagger, actually. Going to just not attack that. Hopefully he rolls heads.
운이 따라준다면 좋겠네요.
Actually, self-bleed, he doesn't need to roll heads.
운이 따라준다면 좋겠네요. 운이 따라준다면 좋겠네요.
Do I have Liu Salt? The thing is, for to take maximum damage, it has to be either Blade Lineage Mare or Priest Dragger. Because if you use Unhatched Embers, that makes you take 0 damage instead of taking the damage but surviving anyway. So if I want to see the highest number, it has to be one of those two IDs. And between them, Mare can get Stacker Plus, so he's the preferable option.
운이 따라준다면 좋겠네요.
이쁘네 네 피분수
Okay, this phase, once again. I don't know, I guess last time I tried doing more damage to the main guy. This time I'm going to try to put Zilu in second phase. Maybe she doesn't do as many threatening moves. I really don't know what her second phase looks like.
고귀하게
헤어라 묘
운이 따라준다면 좋겠네요.
Why does my first evade have +2 power? I've noticed that, like, somewhat consistently against multi-coin skills. What's causing that? Yeah. Most of the time, at least. Blooming Thorns helps his evade technically. Okay, Zilu is targeting all Honglu, that's good, I guess.
고귀하게.
배워라, 묘.
Need to have skills to use next turn. Honestly, I could just like do this. Gain no bleed this turn. Heal a bit.
운이 따라준다면 좋겠네요.
Oh, there's a dropped evade. There's just my evade getting out rolled because he had rupture. Yeah, I was actually thinking about that. Like, is there a good unbreakable that doesn't inflict rupture? But I think they all do. This one inflicts Deathrite and Bind. What Deathrite is this? Raise my stagger threshold. I mean, that one would be fine. But it looks like I lose this turn. Zilu is just casually rolling a 26 or more. It's going to be more.
운이 따라준다면 좋겠네요.
Okay. I mean, I might not lose this turn, but just the rupture from this is going to be a lot. Or not. Okay. I thought for sure that move was going to leave me with like 10 rupture at least. I have these Deathrites though. Oh, I am not fast enough to overtake anything here. Well, good luck, Honglu. You're gonna need it.
고귀하게.
배워라, 묘.
Glue and Fatals. This still hurts, even though it's a 6. Nice. Okay, I thought that would do more.
배워라, 묘.
I'm going to need to do some turns where I like just counter. Oh, that's not good. I guess I should have just not done the unopposed. Or, okay, well now I'm stronger, right? Oh, and I'm staggered? Stagger is the issue, yeah. Okay. It's over. But I think that shows that there's some potential here. It's not good potential. It's going to take a lot of attempts if it's possible. But, you know, theoretically, something might come of this. I guess I said I wasn't going to let myself fully die again. I just want to see if I made the purple move. No, that will kill me. How am I going to deal with that? That will kill just whoever it hits. Do I have to get out of the phase before he does that? I don't know. It's going to be rough. Maybe don't expect a video on this before part 3 comes out. I don't know how much time I even have to dedicate to this. But thank you to everyone that showed up. I had probably about 10 times as many people in this stream as I expected. If I have any success, I'll probably make a community post. But until then, I guess maybe I'll stream Base Sinners next week. Since this account won't be ready for the new content, I could do that. I'll see you then.